It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something different. We haven't talked about any of this before. While I was on vacation, I got the chance to go to the shooting range, which is something I really like to do. I just usually don't have the time to do it, not to mention it's expensive. And while I was at the shooting range, I had fun. I shot about 2 boxes of shells. You can catch that in my last video. It's somewhere in the middle, one of the days of my vacation. I shot about 2 boxes of shells. That's about 20 bucks each box. And of course, $20 for the hour to be there because it was an indoor range. I don't really have an outdoor range to go to in this area. I wish I did. But I was looking at the targets that I was shooting that day. And, well, let me show you. I'll bring it right up. Okay, this is probably one of the best targets. They were all about the same. But if you look, I shot a lot of my shots pulled to the left. Now, the gun's sighted in, but I would keep pulling them to the left. And it got me wondering. This was with a Smith & Wesson, by the way. Smith & Wesson 9mm. It got me wondering, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? And since it's been so long since I've been able to go to the range, I started thinking, and I was basically a trigger problem. But I'm like, I don't want to keep spending 20 bucks a pop on a case of shells, a box of shells to, you know, figure out what I'm doing wrong. This is at about 25 yards, I think, the full length of the range. And you know, just the closer it wasn't so bad, but the further away I got, the more noticeable it was. And what I was doing was it was a trigger pulling problem. So I'm like, well, how can I work on this without breaking the bank? So that's whenever I got online and I found this. This is a site, it's called GSight. And what it is, it's a system, it's a laser training cartridge, a laser cartridge for your pistol, handgun, that will help you not only sight your gun in to laser accuracy, but it will, it's also meant to be dry fired, and it shoots a laser out at any target you want, and it helps you improve your shooting skills. So I'm like, and then I saw the price for it. As we scroll down, you'll see there's different, this is what the cartridges look like. I got, is my cursor showing up on it? Yeah. I got this one. It's right here. I got the gold one. It was $29.99 was on sale. And that's all I got was just this. I didn't get anything else to go with it. Just came in a box, a couple extra batteries, a couple extra strike plates, and some O-rings to hold it steady in the barrel. And it is specific to 9mm, which is what I wanted to use it on. Now, I didn't use it on my Swiss, so I'm not using it on my Smith & Wesson. I'm actually using it on, and any gun lover or any gun enthusiast out there is going to laugh at me. This is a High Point C9 9mm. And as you can see, I have definitely made sure it was empty, nothing in the magazine. Do not screw around with guns. They're not toys. Make sure they're empty. In fact, my ammunition for this isn't even in this room. So, and you'll see why later. I cannot stress that enough. Guns are not toys. But for this particular purpose, I did order this. Now, if you go down, they have packages down here. Here's a whole package for $199, and you get the cartridge. You get a tripod to put your cell phone on, because it does work on a cell phone app, which I'm going to show you. You get a couple paper targets to come with it, and that's about all you got. But 200 bucks, I'm thinking that's a lot of money. So like I said, I just bought the cartridge. I figured I can figure the rest of this stuff out. I've got tripods for my cell phones and everything like that. There's also an app to put on your phone, which is also called GSight, and it's a free app, and there's free features on it. You can buy different things. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. But I just thought this was all, where you can buy replaceable strike pads, which I am on my second strike pad, which is where the pin hits it. They do eventually wear out, but they're not that expensive. $10.99 you get 10 packs, so they're about $1 a piece, maybe a little tiny bit more. And I just want to go through that real quick about the website. It's g-sight.com. So if it's something you might be interested in, check it out. I'm going to show you what I ended up doing and what I learned from it. So let's get into it a little bit now. This is what your startup screen will look like on the app. As you can see, the first one says laser training. You get 10 shots. The next one down is the same thing. It's laser training with unlimited shots. As you can see, I haven't purchased that. Shot timer, I haven't messed around with that either. A grouping, I did get the grouping. I've got a bunch of hornets or wasps down here. There's wasps on my basement, so I'm going to make this pretty quick so I can go get some spray and get rid of these. There's a bunch of them. Okay, well, getting back to the subject. The grouping, it basically measures the grouping of your shots. Pretty interesting. Test setup, that's the first thing you would click on to start. So with that said, I'm going to get this set up. First, I'll show you on camera real quick how to do it. Once again, I have triple, double, 100 times checked this to make sure there is nothing in this firearm. You take the laser and it loads in just like a bullet would. You got to manually put it in there. It goes into the barrel. I don't know if you can see in there or not. You cannot see, but it's in there. And take your pinky finger and just push it down in as far as it goes. And there's O-rings around it so you won't scratch your barrel. Now the reason I'm using my High Point instead of the Smith & Wesson is, well, High Point is the cheapest gun you can buy. These are about $200. And they're an okay gun. I bought it just basically to take to the range and play with and just wear out because I do like to shoot that much. This particular one probably has a couple thousand rounds through it, literally. I've had it for, I don't know, about 8 years. This is the one I take to the range to play with. And my other one is my concealed carry, which I do recommend getting a concealed carry permit if you're going to transfer or port any guns or anything like that. So anyway, with that said, I have it pushed in here. Like I said, no ammo in the room, no ammo on my table, just the laser cartridge. And then we're going to close it up. Now, of course, it's ready to fire, safety on. This particular gun won't fire unless there's a magazine in it, a clip. And so putting an empty clip in there. Now we're ready to go to fire at our targets. Oh, speaking of targets, you can download those for free anywhere on the internet. Just type in, I don't know, free pistol target, and you could print it out yourself. But I am going to do something which is not really cool, but I want to show you, if you could see the light in this whenever I do pull the trigger, it's going to shoot a little burst of a laser. And hopefully the camera will pick it up. I have the safety on. Safety off. Do not try this at home. This is not a toy. I'm just trying to show you the laser. 1, 2, 3. There, you saw it. And I shot a little laser, just like a laser pointer, but it's just a little 1-second blip. Now we're going to show you how to use that. Okay, so you see I got it all set up. Simple paper target. You can use anything you want, really, but this is the target I downloaded online. All you got to do is type in like free pistol targets, and then you can print them out yourself. But I got it all ready to go. All I got to do is click the start button. We're going to shoot 10 rounds. It's looking for the target. Okay, do you hear that noise? It's looking for the target. It is ready to go now. I'm going to walk back here. I measured this out to be about the length of my room, which is 15 feet. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is every time you shoot, you have to cock your gun, because it doesn't do it for you. And you're just going to squeeze off 10 rounds. If you watch the target, the real target, you'll see the laser hit it. And if you watch the cell phone, you'll see what the cell phone sees. So here's number 1. Two. 3. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward from this point on for the last 7 shots, because I'm sure you don't want to sit here for all this time. Okay, that's shot number 10. As you can see, after the 10th shot, it gives you the grouping of all 10 of your shots. And if I want to go review my targets, I can just click here to go through like the other shots. Of course, it's not going to work. Oh, you slide it. That's a 10 out of 10. That's my last shot. Keep going. There's number 9. Just keep going like that. Back to the full grouping that I just got, which that's not bad. Like I said, it was only about 20 feet or 15, 20 feet, something like that. But that's a quick demonstration. Well, that's about it. Like I said, it's a good way to get your motions and your trigger routine down. As you can see in groupings that I did have, that's after a couple weeks of practice, I did manage to fix that problem I had. And I went to the range yesterday to try out what I have learned with my Smith & Wesson, and it definitely corrected my error. I forgot to bring the target home, so you're going to take my word for it. But all my ones that were pulling to the left are not pulling to the left anymore. They're right dead center where they need to be. And so it really does work. But what I ended up doing, and I meant to tell you this earlier, instead of buying the whole package of $199, you don't have to do that. You can find your targets online for free, and that's what I did. You like the one you saw in the one you saw in the demonstration. That was a free one. Those are all kind of targets. You can actually just put a piece of cardboard up and draw a dot in the center and use that. So targets aren't a problem. Just tape it to the wall somewhere. Tripod for the camera that I was using, it's actually right here. It's like $4 or $5 at Walmart, and it collapses up. It works, and that's all that matters. You can also, I don't think I mentioned it when I was doing a demonstration. I couldn't see, you can't see your phone that far away. I can't, at least. I can see the target, but I can't see that little bitty phone there. So what I actually did is I actually mirrored my phone to the TV, and that was off camera, but the TV's right there mirrored, and I could see right there where I was hitting what I needed to do. Really helps, really helps. And I mean, aside from shooting guns in your house, which you shouldn't do, this is a safe way to do it. It's much more inexpensive. You're not wasting your ammunition. The only thing I worry about is I was always taught not to dry fire your weapons, your guns, your hunting guns, your shotguns. That's just the way I was raised. I don't know if it does any damage. I have probably shot the laser cartridge a couple hundred times. Didn't really pay attention, didn't count, but it's still the handgun still works good at the target range, still fires just fine. Haven't had a problem with it, hasn't messed anything up. But I'm still leery to put it in my expensive Smith & Wesson, because who wants to break their good gun? I bought the High Point for a toy. So anyway, if you have anything else to say, leave comments, like, share, all that, happy jazz. I just thought I'd share something different that I just learned. And, well, I'll catch you next time with something else. Bye.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.